Well, Israel has carried out another airstrike in southern Lebanon, targeting areas near the towns of Deir, Syrian and Tabeh. And this is coming in from the Lebanon National Agency. Both locations fall within what Israel describes as its southern Lebanon security zone. The latest strike comes amidst ongoing regional tensions, highlighting the fragile nature of ceasefires in the Middle East. All right, General Kulkarni, it's obviously important to understand that, if things go wrong between the United States and Iran, Israel is definitely going to get a fillip to continue what it has been doing, and that is to secure its own existentialist national interest as well as punish the proxies that it considers Iran is still facilitating. Sir, are you there with us? All right, some more breaking news coming in now. All right, breaking news coming in. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has hinted at the possibility of closing the Strait of Hormuz if tensions in the region continue to escalate. He said that under existing arrangements, Iran is responsible for managing the strategic waterway and warned that any external attempts to alter its control could lead to clashes. Araghchi added that continued escalation would make it impossible to keep the Strait of Hormuz open, raising fresh concerns over global energy security. General Kulkarni, I hope you can hear me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can.
Right. Sir, the Strait of Hormuz has been opened with such difficulty now. What will happen to, all those gains that were made with J.D. Vance and Araghchi and other leaders flying on and into Switzerland for that MOU? What do you think? I asked Atul the same question as well. What do you think pivoted things in such a way that we are back to firing at each other?
My reading of the entire thing is that somewhere the IRGC may be feeling that it has probably got left out and it might lose its clout to the politicians of Iran. And there seems an internal struggle on between the IRGC, because if you remember earlier also, even before the MOU got signed, IRGC and Garibaf were being seen as almost traitors in Iran and a lot of possessions. But despite that, at the last minute, they seem to have gone about and get this memorandum of understanding. In the memorandum of understanding, also the general feeling is that Iran has been a winner. It's a win-win situation for Iran, other than certain stipulations put by the Americans, and that was for 60 days of the Strait of Hormuz to be kept open with no toll collection and freedom of navigation. And of course, within 30 days, the Americans will pull out of that complete naval blockade that they had it on the around Iran. With these two major stipulations, and of course that $300 billion reconstruction fund, release of $30 billion of the frozen fund, and all that was there. So it was virtually a win-win situation where probably the IRGC may lose its grip, and the IRGC has been able to keep Iran under the Iranian flag, keep the people together, see to it that the morale of the Iranians do not go down. But somehow they feel that if Iran gets back to peace, IRGC might lose the pivotal role that it intends to do. And also,
so stay with us. Some more breaking news coming in, sir. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign ministry condemned the US airstrikes on surveillance and monitoring facilities along Iran's southern coast on the 28th of June, calling them a violation of the UN Charter and the first clause of the 18th June Memorandum of Understanding ending the war. It said Washington has repeatedly broken its commitments and urged the UN Security Council and UN Secretary General to fulfill their responsibilities while reaffirming Iran's determination to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity under Article 51 of the UN Charter. Also, a statement has been made by Iranian army spokesperson. They say that, and I quote, "We have serious plans in two areas, domestic production and the procurement of advanced equipment from friendly countries. We will certainly be equipped with more advanced systems in the coming days." General Kulkarni, big question. What's going to happen in the coming days is the big worry for everyone. What will happen, sir, now?
I think I would agree with Mr. Vance when he said that if the Iranians have a problem with the memorandum of understanding, we are on discussion. They could just pick up the phone and just call up and ask us as to where things are going wrong. Rather than not doing all that, after this, they have broken away from Switzerland. Some said they walked out. Some said no, they left it to their, the understudies to handle the complete interpretation of the memorandum of understanding. Whatever it may be, I think the Iranians have a very good, strong political leadership also. Though of course one doesn't hear of Palestine president very often, but yes, Araghi is there, Ghalibaf is there. They've been negotiating with it. They should have picked up the phone and spoken to. I don't know. Pakistan seems to have taken a huge credit that they were the mediators. They seem to have become absolutely defunct because nobody seems to be understanding what role are they playing. They're nothing other than being seen on the screen, standing next to each other. So I think there's a lot that the IRGC seems to be there's some kind of an internal struggle on in Iran, and therefore the IRGC does not want to lose its grip on the Strait of Hormuz, which was a fantastic move by the United States to say that 60 days Strait of Hormuz will remain open with nobody being permitted to collect toll. Of course, Iran had gone along with Oman for making that, the Gulf, that little bit of a committee that they had, the Persian Gulf Strait Authority between Oman and Iran to collect toll. That didn't go. And again, I feel that Hezbollah also seems to be feeling that, the Iranians, the Israelis are very clear. They are not going to give up the southern Lebanon so easily, neither till they find that everything, their threat to Israel is totally done away with, which seems rather difficult because Israel is punishing, even in Gaza, they're busy punishing people in Gaza. They are not letting the entire buffer between the Litani River and the Blue Line very much under control of the Israelis. They have almost shifted even beyond and gone to the Zarani River. So you find that the Israelis are in occupation of about 10% of Lebanon, which of course the Iranians want that they should vacate Lebanon and move out of Lebanon, which the Israelis will definitely not, because the very purpose of the starting of this war was because the Iranians threatened death to Israel and death to America. If there is this hanging constantly, the fear to the Israelis that there is a death to Israel, Israel might have a existential threat. So this will never end until all of them decide that yes, Hezbollah is a proxy of Iran. They must not get involved into it. And it's Hezbollah fighting Israel and not Israel fighting Lebanon. That must be understood. Lebanon is a separate entity. Lebanon is a country which is half of it or 1/3 of it is by Hezbollah. That's it. But Hezbollah seems to be having more control on the Lebanese territory than the Lebanese armed forces have it on Lebanon. So there's a lot of hot spots in that particular area.
Sir, appreciate